I must remember to unmute myself and press the button that puts me on the camera. Hello, a very short video. I just wanted to flag something I found on Twitter. It's a shot, or what appears to be a shot, by somebody on the news team at the BBC. And I think where's credit is due. And the reason I wanted to flag this shot is because I've been in a situation where, you need something to cover the intro to an item or a bit of voiceover. It's so simple to be lazy and just do a wide shot. Why don't I just do a wide shot, cut away. So the scenario is Rishi Sunak is leaving number 10. He's off to make his budget speech in Parliament. And all the action is him walking out the door, walking into his car, and the car whizzing off. No big deal, over in a few seconds. So what do? How do you cover it so that the presenter or the reporter, Laura Kuenssberg, can say something interesting over the top? So this is what some people might do is wide shot. There he is coming out the door, crash in for a close-up, cover the crash in with a shot of the news teams who are there. Gets into the car, keep it on a nice tight shot, car whizzes off. Boom. You're a genius. That's one way of doing it. But if you want to do something that's a bit more reflective, you can do what this chap I found on Twitter. His name's Jack Slater. He's at Slater Jack. And I just think it's a bit creative, and I'm impressed by it. So I wanted to share it with you. So let's have a look and see what Jack's done. Oh, first of all, here's his Twitter account if you want to go find him. At Slater Jack. He's a senior broadcast video journalist at the BBC. Views one's own and all that. Just because I'm a bit of a stickler for stuff from a more of a producer point of view, is that doesn't really work anymore. Jack, sorry, mate, it doesn't, because if you look at the guidance set out by the BBC's, the new guidance since your new boss came along, individual use of social media, disclaimers written biographies for personal profiles such as my views, not the BBC's, provide no defence against personal expressions of opinion that conflict with this guidance should not be used. Jack doesn't do that, but it's worth noting that I think it's good that the BBC is doing that now, because I think that it'll be written into contracts pretty soon that anything you do on social media, you can be held accountable for, because I think that'll just shut a lot of people up, and it just makes their Twitter life more benign. And I think that is to happen generally with businesses, and it will happen. So what did Jack do? So he did. First of all, by the way, I think he's training this young chap here, and a shout out to this guy who's dead excited because I think he's training how to do radio mics and do cameras. His name is Ben. Week 12. Mum, I've made it to number 10. I just thought that was quite sweet that Jack had flagged him, and Laura Kuenssberg had said a word to him as well. So just raising his profile. The next gen coming through, all enthusiastic. The shot I wanted to flag was this one here. It's just pause it. So working in news, it's not often that a shot turns out as planned. So when one does, I don't feel too guilty about tweeting about it. This from the top of our piece on the Chancellor's spending review last Wednesday. BBC News at 6. I'm disappointed, Jack. It says, you didn't plan it. You didn't plan it? Oh, it's a great shot. Or is it just one shot? It looks like just one shot. That's what I liked about it. It looks like just one shot. It ain't just one shot. Let's just watch it through. I'll put the sound up as well, because there is audio on this. So here's that's number 11. So there's number 10. There's number 11, which is where the Chancellor lives. There's his car waiting there. Let's have a look.
How bad is it looking, Chancellor?
The straight answer is looking very bad. The Chancellor's smooth political style can't hide what's been lurking in number 11 spreadsheets. Part 1 of the pandemic was the profound risk to our health. Part 2, the cost of COVID, a nightmare starting to unfold.
Muted myself. There you go. Forget about how you might feel about. I know lots of people will be like, "Oh, I really hate that." But this is a video about the camera work, to be honest, or just as a whole package, actually. So it looks like one shot, and that's the trick of it. And it actually reminds me of the film Rope. You know, the Hitchcock film Rope, where they would do a take, very theatre. They do a whole take for the duration of one roll of film, which I think was about 15 minutes, and they would then do it as a full one shot, and then they would have to create like a wipe, or they would do something so they could then cut to the next roll of film to give that effect of it. And there's usually somebody blacking out the screen or some sort of wipe or something like that. So the cuts are done on the wipes here. Let's actually watch it and see how many cuts there were. So this is one shot. By the way, how bad is it, Chancellor? Is a loaded question.
The straight answer is looking very bad.
Because if he says nothing, it sounds like it's bad. If he says, oh, it's not bad, it's like Chancellor says it's not bad. You can't win with those questions.
The Chancellor's
That's sorry, I'm talking about the editorial.
How bad is it looking, Chancellor?
The straight answer is looking very bad.
Cut.
The Chancellor's
Cut.
smooth political style can't hide
Cut.
what's been lurking in number 11 spreadsheets. Part 1 of the pandemic was the profound risk to our health.
Last cut.
Part 2, the cost of COVID.
Mix.
A
Full
nightmare
focus
starting
mix.
to unfold.
Right, so I don't know if there's any more, but I was on. Was there more? Yeah. So let's look at how this is done, right? So I was looking at it going, okay. So this just looks like a big wide,
The straight answer is looking very bad.
and it's walking,
The
gimbal.
Chancellor's smooth political
That's tight shot.
style can't hide what's been lurking in number 11 spreadsheets.
And we're back to
Part 1 of the pandemic
some
was
sort
the
of zoom.
profound risk to our health.
And this looks like a camera maybe up on tripod,
two,
but I think
the
that's
cost
actually
of
gimbaled as
COVID.
well. Right. So this is how I thought this was done when I watched it. I thought that is some sort of a GoPro.
The straight answer is looking very bad.
That is
The
a
Chancellor's
zoom. That's a
smooth
zoom.
political style can't hide what's been lurking in number 11 spreadsheets.
Zoom.
Part 1 of the pandemic was the profound risk
And
to
then
our
I
health.
think he dilly-dallied for a while in the car so the camera could reposition. That's a zoom. So I was looking at it just going, that's so good. And it's good editing. And but then sort of I read, so I spent ages looking at that, trying to work out how that was done so I could steal it. And Jack said, must note that as always, these things are a team effort. Oh, the wonderful Paul Twin and sorry, let me just give this person, Rebecca Fain Hervey, proper credit, producing, Kevin H editing, and of course, Laura Kunsberg. Yeah, well done, Laura. Shot's great. Thanks for all the kind comments on this. Below is a pic I took of the setup. This was from December 2020. Below is a pic I took of the setup on the day. Wish I could focus pull as well. And here's the setup of the camera he used. You can see he's got a monitor here on a magic arm. Right, here's a GoPro, and here's a little Sony. I think it's an A7S here with some. I don't know what that is underneath. Batteries, maybe radio mic. That's a HDMI coming out to the monitor. So there you go. So the first shot would have been the GoPro, and then the zoom shots would have been the Sony, and that's pretty much it. But then you're thinking, well, what about that shot in the monitor? That's a bit of luck. Where is it? Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. The monitor shot. Ah, right. That is that was filmed later. That camera's in play mode, not record mode, with the green light. So he's gone back to that camera operator. Could be anybody. Could be ITV. Oh my God, not ITV. Yeah.
The Chancellor's smooth political
And he's done
style.
another little track past, and there's the cut. All right, so yeah, so that's that camera's playing, and there's the wipe. Boom, boom. You can actually see it. You can see the mix there. Okay, so that's done. Brilliant stuff. And it's just smart. It's clever. It's smart. And to be honest with you, I'm disappointed, Jack, that you didn't think of it. It's blooming the edit suite that put that together. You must have. I think you've been very modest. I think Jack did think of this. I think this is all his work. But 70,000 views. Good stuff. Anyway, that's it. I hope you found that interesting. It's important that if you see work by people that you promote it and boost it and congratulate them for it. And that's how it inspires people to be creative in what they do. Don't get lazy. I've done it. We all do it. You know, you're tired. Just a wide shot, just a cut of, and then crashing into a zoom. And then cut over it with a shot of the cameras. It's fine, but that's boring. And it's the textbook way of doing it. And this is just thinking outside the box, using the technology that's available to us, which is a very, very affordable technology. And I love that BBC News are getting creative and artistic. And the fact that a young lad's been trained up to do this as well is fantastic news. So well done all. My name's Craig. This is Flooded. Thank you for watching. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, comment. Take care and bye-bye.